What's up, man? Alright, yo, who we got here today?
My name's Purrely. Today I went undefeated at the box tournament, and yesterday I got second place at the OTS.
Alright. What were your matchups for the two tournaments?
The two tournaments, I played against a Miramail, I played against Centurion, I played against ROTA guys, Runic Wake Forest, I played against... I don't remember the rest of them. But yeah. So we got we went undefeated with Purrely Cash today. So yeah, wanna get into it?
Alright, let's start off with the main.
Start off with the main. Alright, let's do it. So first off, we start off playing two cats, two of each. I think this is fine.
Why not 3?
You don't only need 3. I feel like if you're playing like Desires or if you're playing Shifter, and like you never really need a lot more than this. The only thing that sucks is if like you draw like a Lily, or like you draw 2 cats at the same time. So like that's another reason to only play 2, and then you don't want to draw your cats in your starting hand, which is another reason to play 2. But yeah. That's 2. Like normal Purrely stuff. I don't really have to go over this. 3 My Friend. Max out on all the spells.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, 3, 3, 3. 2 Delicious, 2 Delicious. When these goes up, we play more. The only thing I would even think about changing would be Street. Like maybe this card to 2, just because I feel like the deck is really tight. I actually wanted to play more cards in this, but I wanted it to be as close to 40 as it can without like compromising in like consistency or like the ability to like play through hand drops. And then like the 1 Yeep.
And Yeep at 1?
Huh?
Yeep at 1?
Yeah, you can play Yeep at 2 because it's good for recursion.
Yeah.
But aside from that, like you really don't want to draw this card at all.
Right.
And like there's times where like I will just pitch this card, or even if I add this off of like if I add this off of Lily, I will always pitch this because I will always prefer, and it's always better in my opinion, to just go into a hard Noir than to Yeep. Because if you get into a Yeep, you kind of have to like go into a Zeus, or if you don't go into a Zeus, then you have to like do like weird stuff to with your Noir so it doesn't get shuffled back.
Alright.
And then for the spell cards, we got Cross. I feel like this card is like needed for like consistency, or you could play Desires, I guess. Moving forward is going to be kind of different because the Goblin Biker is going to be played a lot more because of Raizu. But like this card just helps you search everything. I usually activate this at the end of when I'm going through my combo line, so I sort of can grab whatever else I need. But this card is good. And then like Cross Out and Called By. I wanted to play more crossouts because the thing that crossout has over Called By is that it doesn't negate the effect of your hand traps on your opponent's turn. So today I Called By in the Miramail matchup, and I wanted to Ash him on his second turn, but I couldn't because I Called By his Ash. So like maybe you could, but like if you are able to get to a hard Noir, Called By can just be an interaction by itself.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly fine like this, honestly. Then instead of Terraform, we're playing set rotation. This card is nuts. I feel like it's good. It's great against Centurion because you can set the field spells and just not activate it if you have a way to get to Noir, and then it stops Centurion like a lot. You can also do it against Runic if someone's playing like pure Runic stun and they can't activate their field spell. It's good to dodge against imperm, so like they can't imperm you if you set rotation.
Yeah.
And if you go standby phase and they say nothing, then you can like activate set rotation, and then they sort of have to like use their Moch armies because after this resolves they'll have a card on field. And then Kashtira stuff. Planet Pay the race off, and then Birth at 1. I didn't want to play Theosis because like there's times where you want to like Anima grab something and then you want to go into like an SP. The restriction really isn't that bad, but the only reason I didn't play it was because, like I said, I wanted to play as close to 40 cards as possible. So these are like all the non-engine besides like honorary, non-argent, Dark Ruler, no more. This card is nuts. Like I might side this out. Like I said this out, always going first. So like going second, this card helps you break boards. It's good to have like to pitch for like material for Delicious, and I couldn't ask for a better going second card besides Evenly, but that card is loading. So yeah,
What would you put in instead of the Dark Ruler?
What would I put instead of the Dark Ruler?
Yeah.
I feel like there's nothing that really does the job that Dark Ruler does. Like Droplet is sort of good, but like it's nowhere as good. And like if you like check the side deck real quick, like if we just skim this, I'm not playing any like lava golems or sphere mode because Dark Ruler alone by itself usually can break you a board.
Okay.
If they have no response and like they have like no recursion, so you have a way to deal with the princess, or you have a way to deal with like the white forest stuff bouncing, or like the Centurion cards.
Broken card.
Yeah. So that's non-engine stuff, and then cash stuff. 2 Fenrir, 2 Unicorn. This is all you need. I played this at 3 and 3, but like you don't want to draw too much Kashtira stuff. Like if you just draw 1 Unicorn, you set yourself up pretty good because you like normal Unicorn, you go and you grab the birth, and then like if you're able to like summon an X Noir.
Yeah.
And then you have like a random Purrely on board. You can like link into SP, and then you can just summon back the Unicorn. So you have the extra depth rip on their turn. Plus, it's Unicorn is great to just rip any out that they have to your cards. Like decks maybe have like a couple ways to hard out a Noir with like 2 Delicious on it. So like being able to hit like the Red Dragon, Archfiend, and like Centurion, or like just like weird random stuff. It comes up a lot. Or like if you can hit the Promethean, like it's great. I think Unicorn here is probably better than Fenrir. Like Fenrir is okay because you get like the monster banishes and stuff. Yeah. But like going first, if they hand trap you, you don't get any value out of this card. Plus like Fenrir is good because it can help you recur resources, so you have stuff to pitch off of your quick plays. But besides that, like I think like Unicorn is way better because like it helps you get knowledge first about what your opponent's playing, and then second to deal with any possible out that they may have. And then like if you hit the right card, like if you're like when you're going against Mirror Mails, they like XYZ overlay, and then they use that to like go into like other XYZs that they have no way to summon. So if you can hit the right cards, it like turns off like 3 or 4 cards. So like this I think, yeah, Unicorn can be real good. Alright, so that's the cast engine, and then like hand traps. Veiler, non-once per turn, Imperm, except it hits Talons and it can't resolve under Fissure. Ghost Ogre, this won me the Madoche game, this won me Scent games. Like this card is like real good right now, I think. Imperms, something that doesn't trigger Talons, and it's Effect Veiler. The only thing that I think Effect Veiler is better than Imperm is that if you draw this off a Sleepy, you can activate it. Or like, yeah, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's the hand trap lineup. I did cut, I think last time that we did this profile, I might have been playing another hand trap. But I cut it out. I think I was playing one more. But like, this is perfect.
I think it was 3 Ash, 1 Veiler, 2 Ogre, 2 Imperm.
It was 2. But I think I played 10. But like, I wouldn't add or cut anything here. Like, this is fine because like you don't really wanna have Droll, and like if we'll just go straight into the extra deck just so I can like explain. Like you don't really wanna use Droll here in this build, I feel like, because I think that it conflicts with the Mochami cards.
Yeah.
And like if you're playing the deck against that Mochami really hits, like either these are Fuel Loss, and like you can swap like 2 of these for like what's up? Was it Fuel Loss? Yeah, the other Mochami card. But like I think like as good as Joel is, like I'd rather run Mochamis because I feel like the Mochamis are way better. Let me go Archfiend. I play this card because I seen Afian use it, and so shout out Afian, shout out Jeff Jones. This card won me a game in time, and it's like not expected. I play the Giant Mimigo in my extra deck because I feel like you don't really need to have like all these doubles of Purrely cards. I don't know like if it's better to have 1 Beauty or 1 Happiness, but like Happiness can OTK, so I'd rather have 2 of those than a Beauty. And yeah, this card is just so that you can flip off of Giant Mimigo on your turn. So like you overlay 2 Purrelys into this thing, you grab this from your deck, and then you set it to their field, and then it burns for 1,000, which is barely more than you use to search up my friend. Yeah, so that's the only time that comes up in like time. And like even if you do go a little bit past, like say you pass on your turn, once they flip, they can't. Once they go to their turn, and once they flip this, you get to draw one card, so you can draw into your hand traps, and then it makes them discard one. So like, this is probably the best Mimigo I think to play with this. And yeah, again, shout out Jeff Jones and shout out Afian. Double Nibiru, I play this instead of like the Sphere Mode and the Lava Golem, because I think that this is better to draw off a Purrely, because like the last is, I don't think I played Purrely. So I think like having more hand shots to draw off the Motrami cards are like great. And yeah, shout out to Tyler White for like telling me to run this card, because I probably wouldn't have ran this. But it was good. It was real good. Duster and then 2 Cyclone. You could play 2 Lightning Storm here, but I like Cyclone because you can side it in going first against like certain decks, like Sense. You can side this in against Fire King. This actually helps you out the field spell because it has a protection from the continuous. So I like these. I like these way better. And like I try to play as many spell and traps as I can in this deck, just so you have like stuff to attach with the Delicious, so you can like be as consistently go into your X Noir as you can. And then like Honorary until Malice, Cook card, Fissure, and Judgment. I seen shout out to what's his name again? Shout out to Malik from the Providence Regional, because I seen him playing Purrely Cash, and I seen him running this card at top tables, and it was good. Like just to have like a no card is like very, very good. So if you set up a Noir, having another way to say no without having to use your spins from your Noir is great. Plus it helps like to negate the spell and traps that like you wouldn't be able to negate with Noir, since Noir only sends the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Fissure. If you do put this card in, like I almost always will side out the Ogres and the Veilers because it conflicts. But there's like some implications where you want to like have both of them in, because like they can just hit so good.
Yeah.
Like against like Horus and stuff, you want to pop their King Stark. So yeah. And then we'll go into extra deck. So like almost semi. We got 1 Noir. This card is just good at, like, if you don't have enough to like hard summon a Noir, being able to set is like really good. Or like if you're not like, you don't have like enough foresight, or like you don't have enough resources to like go into hard Noir, this card can be like really good. Beauty, having like a way to just get a free negate on board if you have a Purrely in a Noir. Like always, like this deck is just pretty much just turbo Noir. Like you just want to summon Noir and then just be chilling on Noir, and unless something really poses a threat to your Noir or to you, you almost never spin. So like having a negate on like a half board where like you get hand trapped a lot, or is like, it's just good. Plum, you need to play this card at 2, because if this card gets hit with Unicorn, or like you summon 1 Noir and then you summon another Noir, this is pretty much the easiest way to get to a Noir. Besides like maybe Happiness if you go second, because you can swing, and then add 3 cards.
Yeah.
This card is the easiest way to get to Noir. So yeah, that's why I play 2 instead of the 1. Nightingale, standard against Tenpai, just like a little peace out, guys. Just like standard Zeus line, like Nightingale, Downard, and Zeus. I almost always banish these cards if I go first off of Pros, but it does what it needs to. And then the 1 Giant made me go for time.
Yep.
So like yeah, if you want to see what this card does, go watch Afian's last deck profile, and yeah, the best Purrely player in the world can tell you what it does. 1 Typhon. This is decent to break boards, and it's also good. Like it came up today in the game with White Forest, where like they call or like it came up today where like you don't have an Anima because you already used it, and like you want to like banish something off SP, so like you can go into Typhon and then go into SP to banish.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the deck. Shout out to Tyler White, shout out to Afian, shout out Untapped Games, shout out Wizard Duels, and until Crossover comes out, I think that'll probably be the last update I do to this list. We got a YCS next Sunday, so we'll see how that goes, but I doubt anything will change it here.
Alright, good luck. Thank you, Elijah, for the deck profile.
Peace out, man. Ski.
Wood?
Alright, so we forgot to do the side patterns at the OTS store, so I figured we can just do it now. So yeah, we'll start with like every card in the side, what the like thesis was behind them, and then like when to put them in. So the first one is Mimigo Archerfiend. You literally only put this card in if you're going into time, or if you think you might go into time, like game 3. Like if you have like maybe 6 minutes left, you can put this card in if you're playing against a combo deck. That's the only thing this is used for. Nib, I put this card in go in second. Sometimes with the Purrely's, usually like you want to put Purrely's in if they do anything, like even if you just get a draw one because it helps thin your deck out, unless you want other cards like the Harpies or the Cyclone, like say you're going against Sen or you're going against Rescue Ace or something. Yeah, so that's what these are here for. And like we'll get into spells. Harpies, this is just good to go in second back remove, like I said, against Rescue Ace, or if you're going against like Runic to hit the woes, like the Runic White Forest, the Runic White Forest cards. Yeah, and then Cyclone, this is good going first and second because you can set this card and activate it to like hit Fire King Island. You can activate this to hit the Centurion, stand up Centurion when I activate that card. You can also use this as Discord Fobber, like Discord Fobber for the Delicious or for your Plump. Yeah, and then 3 Die-Fi. This is good into like every matchup, like Horus, or if you're going into like combo decks and stuff, this cooks. And then this pretty much, if you can put this in going first, if you have space, like take into account like your other stuff that you're gonna side in, like if you're gonna side in these, you always put this in. Like I think I put this in almost every single game going first. So like I'll show you what cards like from the main deck, which I usually side out to give you guys an idea. So all of the Purrely stuff, like every single quick play and monster stays in. I never change the stuff. And then like the streets, you really only need one of these. Like you really only need one. You could argue to say that you need 2, but like I usually always side 1 street out. If I can, if I know I'm going first, maybe I'll leave all 3 in, but like just so I have stuff to hit with on Purrely. But I usually side this out. Like a lot of time I side this Purrely spell out. Plot, you can side this card out, but like 9 out of 10 I put this in. I side these out, go in second, like almost all the time, almost every single game, because like you think you have so much stuff you want to side out, like go in second, because you already have 5 slots just in these cards alone. And then if you want to side anything else out or in, like you need the space to side. Set rotation, I said this card out go in second, unless I'm playing against a deck that needs a field spell like Fire King, or if I play against like any like field spell oriented deck, like this can help out the field spell, and it doesn't like it plays around protection. So like if they have like the continuous spell, like the Fire King continuous spell, this card can just play around it. But I'll side this out, go in second. I usually side this out. Go in first, I leave this in because it helps you play around protection for like Imperm, or like if you're playing against Scent, you activate this card and they can't use their field spell. So yeah. Dark Ruler, these cards get sided out almost every game going first, like literally almost every single game going first. I side this card out because like you want to leave these 2 in, and like you can argue leaving this card in, but like you can also just side all these out and then just have room for Judgment and Fissure. Bird stays in. I maybe side out like 1 Fenrir every once in a while if I really need the space. Like if I'm going second and I want to side in all the Purrelyas and then all the Nibs, and like I want Cyclones in here too, like you kind of are tight on what you can cut from this extra deck, or from your main deck. Besides these, like these 2 can get sided. So like if I'm going first, you're siding Die-Fi's in, so you want to side these 4 out because this conflicts with Fissure, unless it's like very very beneficial to leave these in for like having a way to pop like a card that needs to be on field to resolve for like XYZ cards, or like cards that summon a different attribute or different type. Like this card is decent, but like go in first, you already need to go in first. You want to at least side these 7 out because you have so much stuff to side in. Like you have these 3 to side in for these hand traps, you have these for this, and then you have like 2 more slots, which usually is going to be something like this. So yeah. And then if we go look at the rest, just like Ash and Imperm, like I almost never side this out. So like out of all the cards in my main deck, the cards that get sided out the most are going to be the 3 Rulers for going first, because this card does nothing going first, absolutely nothing. So like it's even better to just put a Cyclone in here, like just to put a Cyclone in instead of this, because this can interact on their turn, and it's does the same thing as being a spell, but it's actually useful. And then these 4, like this is always getting sided out because like you want to side these, you want to side these, and then like this can go into this, or like if you really want to play 2 of these, you can side out a Call by the Grave or a Cross Out. It just depends on like what you think they're playing. A lot of people right now are only playing like Ashes and Imperms, if even that. So Cross Out should be enough to let you to be able to resolve Called by, especially like if you want to play these and you don't have to play Fissure, because like some decks like Spiritual Beast doesn't really care about Fissure because like the deck can play Shifter. But yeah, that's everything that we side out. And yeah, man, ski.